Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. In this video, I want to take a look at something I was reading about today and maybe do a little bit of a rabbit trail. If you stay with me, it's not a long one. We'll see if there's a connection to something and the universe may be able to confirm it or provide some more insights. I'm going to a share screen. As always, the share screen will be available to you if you click on the Facebook link that's in the video description box, or just watch where I go and enjoy the video, whatever you like to do. 1 second while I get to that screen. Okay. Well, I am somewhat pleased to announce that as far as the defconlevel.com says, we're still at 3. 3 is right in the middle of the levels that are possible. And 1 would be really, really bad. 5 would be really, really great. And so I was glad to see that. Now, why I checked that was because I went to an article in this site that said there was breaking intel. Cheyenne Mountains NORAD base is on high alert. Port Carson, Space Force, Israel, military elevated readiness alert, international alliances, NATO, and the UN on the brink. Okay, that sounds rather dire, but remember, they do want to get you to read the article. But why my ears pricked up is because Cheyenne Mountain, it's inland. I thought it's not on a coast. It's very, very heavily fortified. And alt media chatter has it there. That's where a lot of the gold was confiscated from people convicted of shenanigans ended up and is being stored until such time as it can be used wisely. But I wanted to get a second just confirmation about that. And that was why I went to that site and checked on the Defcon levels. And I thought, hey, you might not be aware of that. Now, those Defcon levels aren't exactly official. They lag somewhat behind real-time news. It is based on those levels are based on reported happenings, knowings, information that's coming from, that's available to the public. For example, if you try to go on a base, they've got their Defcon levels, indicated by color as you go in, and you kind of know what you're dealing with. So just an aggregation of all that. So they tend to, the site feels very confident that they're usually close to the mark, but the actual confirmation comes later. Just so you know. Okay. But I was trying to see if they had some information. So I clicked on the US News, I clicked on the Space Force News to see if there was anything dealing with that. You see, the reason I say Space Force is Cheyenne Mountain is where Space Force is located, not all of Space Force. And here's where we get a little bit into the rabbit trail. So hang with me, okay? There was also a Space Force location on the island of Maui. And there was alt media speculation that one of the objectives of the directed energy weapon issues that they had a few weeks back was targeting families stationed there working at the Space Force Base. Because if you get your hands on someone's child, you've got some leverage, you've got some, you have got their attention, let's put it that way. So there was speculation that part of what was going on was trying to cause disruption and trauma in some of those families, if not worse. So when I read today that Cheyenne Mountain was on high alert, I wondered if there was a connection to Lahaina. If maybe in that article, they say they don't know exactly why Cheyenne Mountain's on high alert, other than Space Force is located there. And I thought that's all it takes. If Lahaina, if there's some truth to what's going on, what happened with Lahaina, then they may be aware of some similar plans for that area. So that's where I want to go with this. We're going to, the rabbit trail consists of asking for insights and information about this report that there's heightened alert at Cheyenne Mountain and some nearby and other places that are usually pretty well guarded and fortified. So I'd like to know if there was information that they were being targeted and if that targeting would be similar to what occurred in Lahaina, and if they're taking steps, just information and insights. So I'm wondering what we're going to hear, and we'll find out together, because the universe gets insulted if you ask more than once. So I always find out when you find out. Let's see what the universe wants us to know. Insights and information about why Cheyenne Mountain's on heightened alert and other nearby places. And let's see if we can get some information that wasn't available when I read that article. 1 second, I'm going to change camera. Don't have to move a cat tonight. Got one sleeping over there and another one sleeping here. So I got bookends, but they're not on the chair table at the moment. So let's go. Okay, so we're looking for insights and information about why the Cheyenne Mountain Space Force Base is on heightened alert. Fort Carson, I hear the U.S. Air Force Academy is, Schreiver Space Force Base, and it seems like they're Peterson Space Force Base. So why are these sites in particular on heightened alert? What kind of shenanigans is being threatened or planned for them? Just insights and information would be appreciated that does not impact operational safety. Okay, our first card is the World. Then Strength. Ace of Wands. Wow. Looks like it might be go time, guys. Two of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. The Tower. Queen of Swords. Well, isn't that interesting? Let's talk about the insights I'm getting from these cards, and then we'll also look at some elements of the cards that make me say that. Well, let's look at 7 cards. We have 1, 2, 3 of them are major arcanas with an ace showing up too. Okay. Now, well, I said it might be go time. The World card is pretty much self-explanatory, and the World card is a card of victory. Okay. And it's offset by the Strength card, which is a card just of what it says, strength and balance, and the Divine Feminine, which we know that part of this whole transmutation of our plane of existence involves getting that back in balance with the Divine Masculine, so that there's balance and harmony going on. So that's interesting. Okay. The situation then is, as far as this goes down, it seems like it's more to make sure that this remains a status quo, because this is coming. Now, the Ace of Wands in the recent past. That's a card of new beginnings and creative success. So again, nothing worrisome at all. The Two of Cups, again, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and they're equal and in agreement. And look at the wings, all these Space Force things. Okay, then we come down to the near future. We have the Knight of Pentacles card, which is a beautiful card because it's military action, but it's well thought out, very well thought out. And we know that this war that's been going on quietly has to do with righting wrongs that have had generations to become entrenched. It was well thought out. And while you can't see every eventuality, I mean, they've done an excellent job. Now, the reason they're doing that, look, the insight card is the Tower. Tower moment, again, we got the lightning bolt coming from the sky. So we got stuff happening up above that's going to cause a big, huge, very public announcement and happening. Boom, that's our insight here. Okay, now they say nothing can stop what's coming, and what is coming is a Tower moment. A Tower moment that does involve our skies, and that's why the Space Force is on heightened alert, making sure that they keep their personnel safe, their facilities safe, and their technologies that they use safe. Good for you guys, keep it up. Okay, the less important insight card is the Queen of Swords. Now, less important only that she's not the the primary one here. But this is a card of clear thinking, strength. We got strength here, so we got a lot of feminine strength going on here again. So yeah, nothing can stop what is coming. Let's get a couple more cards, further insights, and see if we can see. Knight of Swords, that's one of my strong White Hat Alliance cards. Because it's and they're kind of a card that does indicate go time, guys, go time. Now, got the Seven of Cups showing up. Card of, on the one hand, choices, but on the other hand, can sometimes show some misdirection. And tens are the ending of something. We got a 10 of Wands showing up, and let's see what this last card is. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is kind of turning in a new direction. Okay. And it's a, yeah, very interesting. Okay. So let's look at this in total. We were asking about Space Force, why they've got the heightened alert. There's been no direct issues, but they're making sure they don't happen. Okay. The reason they don't is because it is time for something to really be ratcheting up. Like I said, I think it's kind of a go time because we got that tower moment coming up in the near future. And here's my Knight of Swords, definitely one of my white hat cards. And again, kind of a forward motion. It's time to go. Advance the line. Boom. Okay. Now, in the meantime, we know we're getting bombarded with PSYOP after PSYOP, and unfortunately, a lot of those PSYOPs do involve collateral damage to innocent people. Okay. And sometimes it's just a matter of emphasizing one thing and not another. In the news cycle, you know, calling in your chips to keep something out of the news cycle, whatever it might be. Okay. But just awareness that we are dealing with a gang, and I call them a gang, who's known for their shenanigans and their disregard for human life. Okay. We're at an ending, definitely an ending and a turning point. A turning point. So very, very cool. We kind of knew that though, didn't we? We knew it was going to get a little darker before the dawn. We know that. All right. We know that the shenanigans gang, they don't play fair, and they're going to cause problems to their last breath. They have no other options than to be what they are. They've made their choice. So let's recap. The news is reporting that there are a number of Space Force bases and the U.S. Air Force Academy on heightened alert right now. And we asked if there were insights or information about why that's going on that would not impact situational operations. And because we don't want to get information that is so vital that it could hurt if the other side listens, because we know they listen to things. They're looking for information and insights too, but just not with the good intentions that we might have. Okay, so the situation was indicated by the world. Very cool. World is a victory card. So Space Force, they are in the middle of something that has been going very, very well and successful. They're making sure that continues. They're operating from a place of strength. Very, very good divine strength. Okay. They got the infinity symbol here going on, and infinity means the same thing, whether it was 300 years ago or now. And balance. And we got that lion. Recent past. The reason I said that whatever they're doing has been going very well, this is a card of success. Okay. The current card that showed up, we'll get some wings showing up. We had the Two of Cups. Okay. The card of, again, a balance of masculine and feminine with our divine energies, and something from above. Look, another lion. Looking ahead. The reason they're on heightened alert is because there are military operations underway, and they are a branch of our military. And those operations have been very well thought out. And this is a card because of that good strategy, good planning, good military know-how. It's usually a card of success, which is good because on the other side of it, telling us what's going to come is a tower moment. Again, something from the skies Look at how many lions and sky things are showing up in these cards tonight. It's interesting. Tower moment. Okay. So something is going to happen that is going to be very, very obvious, and maybe finally wake up a few more normies. Queen of Swords, part of clear thinking and intellect, and very reassuring to see in conjunction with that Knight of Pentacles and the Tower card coming up. Now looking ahead, okay. This card may be saved, maybe because it's almost go time for something. They've got something that they're ready to go with. In the meantime, be aware that both sides have to do a little bit of misdirection. Okay, this card can sometimes mean choices, but I think in this case it's more about the misdirection. This card 10 tell me we're the ending of something, and the ending of one thing is always the beginning of another. And I've always said, I'm not just here for the ending of all of this, I'm here for the start of what's next. And turning point. So the Tower, turning point, endings, okay, strategic successes, clear thinking, okay, it's looking really good. So I think what was going on, or what is going on, is they're making sure that there's no shenanigans that impacts personnel, their families. They're keeping everybody safe, including, you know, from the most basic personnel member to their highest technology and equipment, and good for them. I'm seeing a lot of value in human life here, and just a knowledge that the confirmation that the other side doesn't have that same value on human life. So I'm glad they're looking after their own. I really am. And that's what we need to do too. We not be exactly boots on the ground, but we can have our head on a swivel. We can know where the exits are. Don't wait for some big siren to tell you there's a reason to get low, get down, leave a place, listen to your intuition, okay? Avoid the shenanigans if you can. And don't feel guilty if it ends up that you've left the restaurant a little early or asked for your meal to go because something didn't feel right and then nothing happens. Don't worry about it. Listen to your intuition, okay? It won't steer you wrong. Maybe a little more cautious than ends up needing to be, but hey, better be safe than sorry. So that's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention as we sought to find out a little bit about why there's some heightened alert at those Space Force bases and the U.S. Air Force Academy. And let's just have our intention be that the measures they take are more than they needed, and everybody stays safe, and whatever operations are on go, stay on go. And we need to get there. It's go time, folks. It's past it for me. So until next time, as always, I wish you love and light and everything bright.